10th grade. We high school teachers, we aim in the 10th grade to help this emerging soul be so well interwoven, not only with its physical body, but also with its life body, that we do our best to teach everything in the 10th grade in the spirit, you might say, of the life body, of what flows, of what moves in time, of processes. We try to permeate everything we teach with the question, how? Because we experience that the children, anchored in what is what, are able now to look behind, look within, and see how things work. You might say the picture is in the 10th grade that, having gone to New York City with Mr. Fredrickson, we now get out of the Big Apple, and we may climb up a little on a ridge, and we look down over the plains, and we look back in time to the origins of many cultures, way far in the past. We rise out of the teeming, thriving excitement of the present, and in the ancient culture's history, they look back to the Mbutu pygmy tribe of Africa, to the pre-Vedic India, to the Hindu culture, the Buddhist, the Zoroastrians, the Egyptian cultures, and they see how a culture generates, how they see the kinds of questions and thoughts that live in a culture. Arjuna asks in the Bhagavad Gita, who is the man of poise? And the answer ends up being a picture of Shiva standing on one leg. And this, between the leg and the arm, is the sacred space of poise. Krishna says it is good to have emotions, but to be untouched by them. These ancient cultures are schooling the soul as all of humanity is incarnating into life on earth. The Buddhist culture yields a divinity not from above and outside, but from within the human being. And in all of these situations, the students live into how people live with each other between heaven and earth over time. In chemistry, the students experience how the polarity of acids and bases, which permeates all of our experience, in fact, reconciles to form neutral salts, a reconciliation of opposites, which they learn how to write and balance the chemical equations for. In geometry, they anchor themselves in the rational representations of Euclidean geometry, of two-dimensional space and representing three-dimensional space. And then in descriptive geometry, they become able to see a cone, a drawer handle, any kind of an object, and draw it from all different kinds of points of view in space, not being stuck in one particular point of view. In physics, students look into how things work. They understand Aristotle's classic explanations. They see how Galileo considered them and then looked at what happens when balls drop from the Tower of Pisa, wonders why they fall faster and faster, wonders why a thrown ball starts to drop as it arcs, and becomes able through experiment and observation to come to concepts about relationships between speed and force, which leads Newton to understand the equilibrium between speed and force, and to understand with the students then how all forces actually in balance yield equilibrium. And this is really a picture of the 10th grade year. It's as though they can experience in their personal beings, they experience a new kind of poise, having survived the awkwardness of the 9th grade year. They come into a kind of an echo of the earlier Greek poise back in the 5th and 6th grade. They know what's what. It's almost like Troy existing as an epitome of ancient cultures, and then we'll see what happens to Troy. In physiology, the students move from the anatomy of the 9th grade into understanding how the endocrine system works to help the health of the whole organism, from the pituitary gland, which is sort of the conductor of the orchestra of all of the other glands of the endocrine system, with the pineal gland, the thyroid, which helps with growth, the adrenals, which help generate energy, the pancreas, which mediates with sugar and insulin, and then, of course, the whole reproductive system, which generates life itself. That they become conscious of. They move from the earth, attention to the earth in the 9th grade, to the climatology, to the air currents that live and circulate upon the earth, that influence us. The high pressure systems, the low pressure systems, the jet stream, the North American air currents, understanding the geometry of the changing relationship between the earth and the sun during the course of the year, all of that consonant with this general understanding of how our weather works. The whole astral soul realm, in a way, it's a realm of wild weather, and if you can understand laws that influence the patterns of it, that gives you a conscious relationship to what otherwise might be affecting you unconsciously.